Hello, welcome back. Last time I won the big lava race, and now things can return to normal in the ordinary course of the level. So at one point, I was here and I saw a secret, and then that was my life for the next week. So what are we doing here? I haven't even watchtowered this room yet. Crushy things move back and forth. I'm gonna guess you want me to get that pink thing and go down. Because afterwards, I'll be dashing up after that touch switch and... I'm not actually sure what. That doesn't seem to require pink if I'm imagining things the right way. Okay, let's see. So if I do this and that... Okay, I don't make it there quite in time. Maybe if I do it in a slightly different order. I do, yes, okay. So what I was imagining looked roughly like... Oops. Right, so there are hazards other than a rising floor now, requiring a completely different playstyle, so everything that I was doing in there is not super relevant to what's out here, so yes, I would get smashed there, but can I just drop that wall and not have that happen? No, I'm gonna get carried forward. So I think the second dash is for dashing down and cancel the... or... Got a different idea. Hey. So wait and dash right? I'll try it. Well, that worked. Okay. Doesn't feel great, but it's a functioning way to get through. So then... I'm not particularly sure. Everything's weird here. What happens in this spot? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be silly. And then that's the bottom and the end of the room. Okay. So a few mystery spots in here. I think I'm gonna have an easier time figuring out what's up with them by actually being there than looking in the binoculars. So I need to dash, like, as soon as that starts moving or something? Huh. What is the timing on that? Or is there some other way to think about that? Because that operation just doesn't seem right to me. If I dash straight down with impeccable timing, or straight up would work too. Down works. So I have one idea there. Let's try it. Down would work, like I pressed the inputs, but I guess my timing wasn't right. That's a weird little jump. Don't love it, but it could work. So do a little hop onto that, get a boost, and then interrupt it with an up dash. Alright, I can work with that. I want to jump before the thing under me starts moving, because that will disrupt my momentum otherwise. I'm trying to avoid any situation where I'm like actually getting a boost and having to manually interrupt it, because that's always a bad time. Like, I want to normalize my boosted speed to 0 in all cases when I can. That just means timing that dash, which is less of a problem than the thing I'm describing. Right there, I kind of have to do the thing I'm describing, though. Yeah, no, that's kind of not great. Okay, so I was too late on the jump. Just gotta get used to how much speed that's gonna give me. I think it'll be a roughly consistent amount. So the dash is way earlier than I keep thinking. Like, both of those were valid attempts, it's just that they were too late. So just basically dash up the instant I jump, is what I'm hearing. Yep. As soon as I input the thing, alright, I have to either get on that surface that's safe on top, or oh boy, I'm gonna be too late. Funny I somehow got pushed right there without the spikes touching me. Even though I was moving left toward the spikes. There was something in the gym or library about this. Yeah, so that timing, it's so weirdly early. It's like I have to input the dash when I'm still only halfway to where I want to dash. But that time I did that, and it dashed halfway to where I wanted to dash. Is there something else going on? Am I just not doing what I think I'm doing? Is it just that things are moving at such a rate of speed I can't judge what's happening? That's probably what it actually is. I don't know, I feel like there's like a 1 frame delay on when I press the dash, or like 1 or 2 frame delay on when I press the button and when the dash actually comes out. And I'm still moving during that delay. I don't like this fall. It requires me to do that catch-a-wall action that I'm bad at. Yeah, so like, that really felt like it was early enough. Game didn't think so, though. Uh-huh. That sure felt early enough. And then that one doesn't have the same problem. Well, sometimes it does. It's just that there's a natural margin of error in my dash inputs, and I just have to work around that. Okay, I need more hang time there. Nothing's gonna make this any easier, apparently. That'll just forever be as bad as it always is. I could go here, and is that somehow easier? Why would it be? Because I get a little bit more time to fall down? Do I need that much more? I shouldn't. It's just, why is this so hard for me? I wish I understood, like, what specifically it is about that and how I could work on it. All I know is I try to input putting Madeline in a particular spot, and most of the time she doesn't end up in the spot I want her in. I don't know if I can get that much hang time there. Is there a different action I should be doing there? What if I skip putting myself on top of that and just go straight down and go for the wall right away? I think that sounds healthier. Let's try that. Because I'm pretty sure I was lined up for it. Oh, I can't make it through. That's the problem. The diagonal is too shallow. Alright, so if that's... I do need to fast fall there. I don't think I make it without... Too early. Again, should have made it, but I didn't. Maybe I'm processing that I start the input when I press up, but the dash button happens later than I think. Okay, so I'm especially paying attention to my right thumb more than left. Okay, so there, I'm here. I need to fall a little earlier than that. Then what? There's a wall to hang on halfway down, so don't spend much time there, just a little bit. Then I'll put down my feet, then I'm not really sure what happens. I think what should probably happen is I walk off. Actually, wouldn't a better idea be walk off when it starts to move, keep holding right, don't ever put feet on top, just do a wall jump on the spikes, because like I can do that, right? If I'm moving right and the spikes are moving right, doesn't that mean I'm fine? I think those are unspiky in that situation. Now this... I guess the suggestion is that I can adjust side to side in time to not get spiked. Or I can do what I was just talking about and make the spikes not count. That's the actual way. As long as I'm holding in the direction when it's moving in that direction, I should be safe. Okay. So should be just about done with the room, if all of those theories pan out. Whoa, so early. That's fine, I get normalized here. Whoops. I can do an up dash if I do it from a different spot. I meant to do up left, that's not what happened. But I think up left was a bad plan in that spot anyway. This interrupt, probably my second least favorite part of the room. Alright. Now, why did I have so little hang time there? Is it just because I jumped really low? That's probably it. Okay, so jump high. There's just something I'm finding unintuitive about my downward movement and like where I am horizontally in these little narrow shafts. Jump high. There we go. Just gotta jump high. Whoops! I slipped off. But other than that, that was exactly what I wanted. Jump high. Go here. Don't slip off. Do that. Yeah, okay. So then I think my dash is just to go downward on in that shaft so that I don't have to manually cancel the boost speed. Without a dash. Just use the dash for that. Jump high. Whoops, I didn't release early enough. Jump high. Hold for the right amount of time, do this, dash down. Oh. I see the problem. I might need to keep that for a dash up and manually correct the other thing. I suppose the other possibility is that I want to get there with the other timing. Like, maybe it's not expecting me to do a spike-ignoring jump on the way in? Because there's that other place to put my head. I'm supposed to, like, go under those spikes, then land on that in that space? Okay, let's try doing that. Maybe it'll flow better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was somehow too early. I managed that. It is possible. Of course it is. It's just not how I'm calibrated usually. Jump high. So the idea is I do this. Cool, but then I got accelerated. Maybe if I do that faster and walk off, I'll be able to do everything I want. Yeah, just since the downstream timing will be so much better, I think it is worth trying to make that approach work rather than my original one. Which I've already proven works except for the timing of the next element. That was a little early. Ah, but that gave me less acceleration, making it actually possible to react. Oops. Dang it. I guess, yeah, really the issue with that spot, I can't articulate this. If this is a variable amount of speed, and the dash needs to happen, if the variable is high, at a time before I can react to how much speed I've gotten, I'm just guessing at how much speed I will have, and therefore when my input needs to happen. So the output is effectively random. So I would need to come up with a method for controlling that if I wanted consistency, which I would want if I were ever going for a silver strawberry in this level. That will not be happening, or at the very least, I will not worry about it happening now. If it did. It's so far in the future, it's not something to think about now. I think it's very unlikely that I would do that. But yeah, what would be the best way to get consistency there? Just land on the thing early, but see, then that introduces another hazard of going slightly too early like I did the last two attempts. And even that felt early, but it didn't, like, give me... Wait a second. I'm holding right when I'm jumping. What if I make sure my D-pad is neutral when I jump? Does that make a difference? That might give me all the control I need. Let's find out. Sort of? I guess feather and just hold right after jumping neutral? Oh, that's a weird gesture, but okay. Don't like it. No, I do need to hold right, because otherwise I don't get enough speed. Okay. Okay. Hold right and immediately release right? That's what I did and it worked. I don't know if those two things are correlated. Dang it. All these rooms seem to reveal just like a little more to the, like, there are always a few more layers to them, lava layers, than it seems like at first. Okay, I think that's the idea. Just do it better. How many hypothetical silver strawberry attempts would die here, and how many would die here? I suspect more in the second spot than the first, but a lot in both. Okay, I jumped too early. Got it. That's easy to adjust. So since I've been thinking about releasing the direction after I jump, that jump hasn't been a problem. So maybe just previously I'd been holding it the entire time. And as long as I release after I've started my jump, I'd get enough reaction time to actually do something about it. So far that's, been the case. Woo. This timing's always weird. Oh, right. There's like 3 weird timings in a row there. 4. What the? And that just never stops being an issue. No. Gotta anticipate by more than that. Just need to see the future. In this particular spot, the future is pretty easy to see. Not free, but certainly possible. Okay, see, there I released the D-pad and did not get my dash in time, so that's not a 100% fix. Nothing ever is in levels like this. Dexterity always matters. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. Left, right, left, done. Okay, perfect. Exactly as predicted for the end of that. Okay. So that's the room's joke. I had to try something. Like that left boundary was very suspicious. Alright, so don't dash down there. I wonder if there were jokes like that. Like, I could have just not even seen that if I hadn't dashed down there. I wonder if every room has had a gotcha trap like that, because a lot of them have. It seems to be this level's thing, secretly. Oops, yeah, that's a weird thing to aim for. Alright, so I'm glad I did that, because the room just would not have been complete without seeing that aspect of it. And I would never have known. I realized I had to move, but then I was clumsy about it, because I was suddenly in a hurry. Huh. This all feels like I'm in perfect control when I do it. And it feels like I'm not in control when I don't. Okay, here we go. So, don't dash here. Alright. That's a heart. Is that the heart? There's a Super Mario World, note block, message box there. Heart Ultra, I know about that. Before I learned the tech needed to access the... Okay. Heart Ultra is best done by dashing upward near a heart, then after it's ended, buffer a down diagonal as I touch the side of the heart. Won't that collect the heart? Okay, this is different. You're actually teaching me a whole new technique here. Okay. By the way, this is the end of the level. Cool. I was closer than I realized. I'm going to give myself permission to debug mode my way back here if the heart collects early. I am manually adding an undo button for heart collection if it happens by accident. I'm declaring that now just in case it's necessary. As you touch the side. Okay, so let's read this carefully. Dash up. So have blue hair. After my dash is ended, buffer a down diagonal dash as I touch the side of the heart. Thing is though, don't things collect when I'm dashing away from them if I'm touching them? Is it gonna talk about that in the next thing here? Because like if I've buffered that... hole in the ground at the right of the heart. Okay, sure, I hear you. Low and hard ultra will result in the player dashing into the trigger spikes and tying to a spinner shortly after. Jump off the ground a little after you land, then dash down diagonal immediately. What? How's that gonna help me? I'll hit the, that downward protruding spike. Oh, you want a coyote jump. Got it. Okay. Okay then. That's a Super Mario World reference, sort of. I understand. Okay. So, you want me to be here. If I do this, it does not collect. Alright. I see that collected. Like I said, I dashed into it and it collected. Like, what is the idea here? Alright, so the thing is sort of done. But yeah, I do not consider that to be a cause for redoing the level just because, like, that doesn't add anything. So, debug mode, always return to... what? Sorry, that's the wrong button. Is it 7, 8, 6? There we go. Normal mode! What's this called? Gaming room for gaming. Did I miss anything at the top of this? No. And yeah, I confirmed the strawberry count, so that's fine. Todd. Right-click, teleport to room. Alright, so let's just read that again. Dash up near a heart. After your dash is ended, buffer a down diagonal dash as you touch the side of the heart. So you want me to buffer to the right while I'm moving left? How does that even work? Like, are you saying, like, buffer down left then change to down right? That doesn't get me there. I have to jump first. I'm gonna try without buffering, I guess? See, because if I do that, I collect it. That was a down right dash. I'm 90% sure I was making inputs for down right. Like I said, that's just... you can't buffer that way. It's just gonna collect if you do. I don't know what that's talking about, because it doesn't work that way. But I can probably do it the other way. Alright, so... no, this is... boy, that's obnoxious. If you'd like to, sure, imagine me redoing this entire level every time that happens. While I learn this ridiculously fiddly thing. Nope. See, because I dashed at the time that I touched. So I'm gonna assume that what that does is, like, I'm in dash state, so therefore I can collect the hearts. And then I had pushed it left, but while I'm winding up for the dash, the heart bounces back into me. Nope. See, it collected again. Like, I'm still inside it, even though I'm dashing away, it still counts as collecting. Okay, and this is... of the ways this level could end, this is not a particularly positive one. Like, look at that. Like, the dash doesn't even go off, it just stops itself, it collects the heart, and I just drift downward. Yuck. Most of the jokes in here are funny. This one doesn't land with me. Like, what is this about buffering the jump? No, it collected again. Like, if I start a dash and I'm too close, it's gonna collect. Very rude. An angle matters. I mean, okay, let's try something, just to understand what's going on here. Every time. I don't feel like I'm getting an ultra there. That just feels like a regular... So I would have to... So I didn't hit the thing. So those were basically the inputs, but see, that ultra, that was not an ultra. And then it just collected. Okay. Still at that speed. Oh. So that's what happens when I do that at game speed less than usual. Alright, well, I'm gonna play with this until I can figure out how to make something work. Why did you collect? Let's just make sure I'm doing what I think I'm doing. After your dash has ended, buffer a down diagonal dash as you touch the side of the heart. How do you expect me to buffer down right? Wait, maybe you don't. Maybe you want me to buffer down left and switch to down right. Yeah, that's the other thing. So hold left, start the dash, but see, then that just has the failure mode of me dashing left into the thing. Maybe I would die in the spikes if I did that. Okay, let's find that out. Yes, okay, so that's a good failsafe. But not if I switch it to down right. Oh, thank you, Spikes, you're the best! So, be sure to aim toward those. If it's getting collected. Or is the idea that I collect it and then get the strawberry? Wait, so maybe my... I think I'm supposed to collect it and then get the strawberry. There was another strawberry like that once, wasn't there? And that slows down the whole world. Yeah, so I guess I was assuming there's a bubble in there. Maybe there isn't. Thank you, Spikes. Okay, so that's how to not have to reset the whole level each time. At no point have I felt like I've actually gotten an ultra there. Maybe I need to be higher than I think? Because, like, that hole is the depth that it is for a reason, and that reason's probably not to truncate my jump. Okay, so I need to go off the ledge. That felt almost right. I'm jumping too early. Because my timing's all weird. That almost felt like an ultra, maybe. Okay. I'm starting to understand. So when they say down diagonal, they do actually mean toward the heart, but like reverse the other way. So I want to collect it, I guess. That didn't dash. Where'd my dash go? Like, I had been dashing, but... Okay. I need to get off the edge, then... Oh, that was a good speed. Okay, like that, but the timing wasn't right. No, higher. Like that, but that was nowhere near the right timing. Okay. Close. I just need more speed. My ultra wasn't ultra enough, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, this sure is one last troll for the troll level. So I think I'm not even going to reach that wall. I will be kicked out of the level right around the time I touch the strawberry if I do this right. Nope. I did it! Okay. Alright. That was super gross and I did not like it. But everything else in the level was good. It was just the last room. That was the only distasteful part. Okay. Lovely level. Super great. Glad I did it. Alright, so next time probably gonna take another little intermediate vacation and see what levels that are not Sleeping Under Stars are like. I expect the others to be much more normal than that one was. That was an outlier. Journal is there. So how did those stats compare to Flipside Cliffside? Well, it had the race room in there, which had very long attempts on it, therefore decreasing my death density by a lot. Overall time was less. Even with the race room. Okay. Now the race room was approximately 3 hours 30 of that, so over half. Makes sense? So subtract the race room, then you get what, 2 hours 45 and who knows how many deaths. Not as many less as like would be proportional to that amount of time spent. Because yeah, each attempt in the race room once I got okay at it was multiple minutes long. Alright, cool, so next time an intermediate vacation for as long as I feel like doing it, then we will play with Kevin once I'm back here. I'll see you then to do some of those things.